if I told you? The most rugged, old-school, diesel-loving SUV from Toyota is about to go fully electric? Yeah, the same Fortuner. The one people trust in deserts, mountains, floods, and even political convoys is now rumored to be coming as an EV for the US market. Sounds exciting, but also risky, right? Because let's be honest, Fortuner fans don't just want power. They want reliability, toughness, and that nothing can stop me feeling. So the big question is, can an electric Fortuner actually deliver that? Or is this just another SUV trying to cash in on the EV trend? Let's break it down. Properly, no hype, no nonsense. When it comes to design, Toyota knows they cannot mess this up. The Fortuner has always had that bold, muscular, slightly aggressive look, and thankfully the upcoming EV version is expected to keep that DNA intact. From early concepts and direction Toyota is taking with electric SUVs, I expect a more futuristic front grille, or actually no grille at all. Because EV, slim LED headlights, sharper DRLs, and a more aerodynamic shape. But don't worry, it's not turning into some soft crossover. The Fortuner EV is expected to still look like a proper SUV. High ground clearance, wide stance, strong shoulder lines. Think of it as a mix between traditional Fortuner toughness and modern EV styling. The wheels will likely be larger, around 19 to 21 inches, with a more premium finish. At the back, expect connected LED taillights, a cleaner tailgate, and less clutter overall. And one more thing, aerodynamics will matter more now. So small changes like flush door handles, smoother panels, and underbody protection will be added. But here's a question for you. Do you actually want the Fortuner to look futuristic? Or should it stay boxy and old school? Now step inside, and this is where things will change the most. Traditional Fortuner interiors, let's be real. They were never the best. Good, yes. Premium, not really. But with the EV version, Toyota has no excuse. Expect a completely redesigned cabin, a large central touchscreen, probably around 12 to 14 inches, fully digital instrument cluster, minimal buttons, more touch-based controls, better materials, soft touch dashboard, improved leather quality, ambient lighting, and finally, proper rear seat comfort. Because if Toyota wants to compete in the US, rear seat space and comfort actually matter. Expect ventilated seats, panoramic sunroof, wireless charging, and improved climate control. Also, the more storage spaces, better cup holders, larger door pockets, and smarter center console design. But here's the catch. Toyota sometimes plays it safe. So don't expect crazy luxury like a Range Rover. Instead, expect a balance between durability and comfort, which honestly suits the Fortuner's personality. Now tell me, would you prefer luxury or long-term durability? Now let's talk about the biggest change. Engine, well, no engine. The Fortuner EV will likely come with a dual-motor setup, meaning all-wheel drive. Power figures? Expected somewhere between 300 to 400 horsepower, which is already more than any current Fortuner. Torque? Instant. That's the beauty of EVs. You press the pedal, and boom, full torque. This means off-road capability could actually improve, especially in low-speed crawling, where precise torque matters. Battery pack is expected to be around 80 to 100 kilowatts. Range? Somewhere between 400 to 500 kilometers on a full charge. Good on paper, but real world? Maybe closer to 350-420 kilo. Weather, driving style, load, all of these affect range. And yes, towing will reduce it further. So yeah, not perfect, but still usable for daily life. Now think about it. Would you trust an electric Fortuner on a long road trip? Driving experience is where things get interesting. In the city, this thing will feel smooth, silent, and quick. No gear shifts, no engine noise, just instant acceleration. Perfect for traffic. Perfect for comfort. Parking will also be easier, thanks to cameras and sensors, but also slightly weird if you're used to diesel SUVs, because that vibration, that engine sound, it's gone. On the highway, expect strong acceleration, especially for overtakes. Stability should be solid. Thanks to the low center of gravity from the battery, lane assist and cruise systems will make long drives easier. But here's the downside. Weight. EVs are heavy, so don't expect it to feel light or sporty. Braking feel might also be different. Due to regenerative braking and off-road, if Toyota tunes it right, it could be very capable. Precise torque control, better traction. Hill climbs could actually become easier. But again, battery safety and charging remain concerns. So it's not a complete win yet. Now features and technology. This is where Toyota has to step up. Because in the US, competition is tough. Expect advanced infotainment, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, over-the-air updates, connected car features, 360-degree camera, smart key, remote functions, maybe even app-based control, voice commands, improved navigation, and real-time traffic updates, and possibly semi-autonomous driving features. But don't expect Tesla-level tech. Toyota is usually more conservative, which is not a bad thing. Less bugs, more reliability. But yeah, not the most futuristic system out there. Safety. This is one area where Toyota rarely disappoints. Expect full Toyota Safety Sense package, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, multiple airbags, probably 7 to 9, strong body structure, high safety ratings, also battery safety systems, thermal management, crash protection, and isolation systems. So in terms of family safety, it should be solid. No worries there. Now let's talk about real-life practicality. Charging, that's the biggest factor. At home, easy. Plug it in overnight, done. Wake up, full battery. But public charging? Depends on infrastructure. In the US, it's improving, but still not perfect everywhere. Fast charging? Expected, yes. Probably 10 to 80% in around 30 to 40 minutes. But again, real world varies. Maintenance, lower than diesel. No oil changes, fewer moving parts. Brake wear can also be lower, thanks to regeneration. But battery replacement cost? That's expensive. So long-term ownership, still something to think about. Also resale value, unknown, because Fortuner EV is something new. Insurance cost? Likely higher, especially in early years. Now let's be honest. Pros and cons. Pros, strong road presence, still looks like a proper SUV. Instant torque, better acceleration, lower running costs compared to fuel, modern interior and tech upgrades, good safety package, smoother and quieter drive. Cons, charging infrastructure limitations, heavy weight, not very fun to drive, range anxiety, especially for long trips, off-road uncertainty, higher initial cost, and possibly not as tough feeling as diesel Fortuner. So who is this SUV actually for? If you're someone who loves Fortuner, but wants modern tech and lower running cost, this could be perfect. If you live in the city and do daily driving, even better. If you have home charging, then it makes even more sense. If you care about environment and want a big SUV, this fits the bill. But if you're a hardcore off-roader, if you travel long distances regularly, if you rely on fuel availability, then maybe stick to traditional options for now. Because EV infrastructure still has a long way to go, and habits don't change overnight. Now, final verdict, the 2026-27 Toyota Fortuner EV is a bold move. It's Toyota trying to modernize one of its most iconic SUVs, and honestly, it has potential. But it's not going to replace the traditional Fortuner overnight. Expected price in the US? Somewhere between $55,000 to $70,000. Expected launch? Late 2026 or early 2027. But remember, this is still an upcoming model. Final specs can change, so don't get carried away just yet. Wait for real-world testing, because that's where the truth comes out. And now I want to hear from you. Would you actually buy an electric Fortuner, or do you think Fortuner should stay diesel forever? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read everything. And if you enjoyed this real no-nonsense review, hit that like button, subscribe to Avengers Autos, and I'll see you in the next one. Because trust me, the SUV game is about to change. Big time.